Stanford in the Spokane Regional. Haley Jones and Stanford Cardinal going to be doing their thing. And boy, Don Staley has another loaded squad ready to roll in the Sweet 16. Embiid with the steal. They got a 3-on-2. Embiid kicks it out to Maxey. One more to Harden. He misses the three. Harden 1 for 7 so far. Johnson, who had a big first quarter, that one was tipped out of bounds by the 76ers.
Go out, little nigga. Nobody want to hear your mouth.
Unconvinced by Maxey.
You talked about the intensity. I mean, they are incredibly talented. I mean, the times have changed.
Yes.
The skill level, I mean, men also, but it is extremely fun to watch these women get after it.
Dang, Lakers.
Skill level is incredible to watch, and there is some fantastic games already. I was personally shocked and a little disappointed that Iowa and Caitlin Clark are no longer.
Come on, Dwight Howard.
She can go. Watched her play in AAU basketball.
All right, Dwight Howard, you got to push him out.
Boy, that's a dream shake with some extra jelly on top. Joel Embiid, 5 of 9 from the field, a dozen points and 5 rebounds. This is the largest lead of the ball game for the 76ers. Got a 3-on-2 Harden into the lane and finishes with the offhand.
And what you don't want to do if you're the Lakers is turn the basketball over.
All right, they're starting to make a move, Lakers. You gotta answer. You gotta make shots. You can't let them build a huge lead now.
The 76ers, they'll take on the Clippers next right here. And then head down to Phoenix to take on the Suns in the third and final game on the road trip. That's going to be a foul against Harden. His first personal foul. Found in the switch against Dwight Howard. James Harden played his high school basketball about 20 minutes from here. For Coach Para and Artesia High School. And interesting, I was reading a story about him recently. His coach even confirming the fact that the Los Angeles area schools, USC and UCLA, were very slow to come around on him, Mark. Washington State was actually the first school in the Pac-12 to make him an offer.
This was pre-bid, right?
Yeah, funny how that works sometimes.
Absolutely.
Stanley Johnson out of Arizona, up court. Nice pocket pass, Howard, and one.
Let's go.
Lakers back to within 6, and Howard can make it a 5-point game. He's got 6.
Good read by Stanley Johnson. You talked about his impact scoring early, but this time getting rid of the basketball to drop off to Howard, get the basket into contact. Talking about Harden, how about him defending right now his former teammate, Russell Westbrook? How loaded was that Oklahoma City Thunder basketball team?
Well, you think about how sometimes things look so promising, Mark. That's a great point. You know, you talk about him and Durant and Westbrook, and people had them labeled for several championships, and that thing broke up pretty quickly.
That's why when you have the opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. Or do everything you can to put yourself in position to achieve it.
That's kind of the message of Joel Embiid. Living in the moment, 14 points, 6 rebounds. This team with as good a chance as anybody in the East. Howard inside, finishing through the contact.
Let's go, Dwight.
Dwight Howard having a nice first half here. He's got 9 with a couple of boards. Thibault sets the screen for James Harden. Little machine gun dribble. Got tied up with Austin Reeves, and that's going to be a foul. A 2-shot foul. Oh, now they're saying side out of bounds. 13th foul against the 76ers, first against the Lakers here.
I'm just looking at Joel Embiid, and I'm thinking, how can the Joker and Joel Embiid, there's not 75 players in the history of the game better than them. Yeah. And I'm being respectful, and I know my history, but watching those two guys, watching Luka, I mean, it is unbelievable. The NBA is the future's set up pretty nice.
It's loaded. It is loaded. Embiid fouled and moving a little slowly after the contact here by Stanley Johnson. Embiid Should he pass LeBron for the #1 scorer and end the season as the NBA's top scorer? Right now, LeBron is the leader at 30 a game, and Embiid 2 percentage points back, 29.8. He would be the first center to win it since Shaq and the first international player to win the NBA scoring championship.
It brings back memories facing Shaq in the NBA Finals. I think he averaged 39 and 17.
Wow. Numbers. Embiid with the block at the defensive end. Harden on the drive. Embiid there to clean it up. Embiid working 94 feet. He's got 16.
Uncharacteristic. Missing free throws. He's a good free throw shooter, but struggling tonight.
Embiid shows hard on the switch. Embiid with the steal. Quick hands, 2-on-1. Harris calls for the lob. Got it and punched it. 76ers with a nice sprint here to end this first half. They lead by 9.
Good job playing the pick and roll with active hands by Joel Embiid, getting the team going in transition off of the turnover.
Westbrook missing the mid-range jump shot. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, Miami melts down tonight. Cassidy and Matt Barnes in the studio with that and a lot more. Harden pulls it out with 10 on the shot clock. Embiid against Dwight Howard. Good hands by Dwight to knock it away. And Doc Rivers going to draw one out, calls a timeout with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. And the Sixers on a 14-5 run. Of course, his health issues earlier in his career, not now, but earlier in his career, are well chronicled and documented. Here's a look at the play where it seemed to happen on the foul by Stanley Johnson, holding his back a little bit. But he's been the picture of health this year. His availability has not been in question, and he's put up the numbers to prove it. They hired a nutritionist. He has a chef at home to cook him healthy meals, and he has put in the work. An improved playmaker, Maxey had it rim out. Rebounded by Carmelo Anthony, and there's a 3-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Westbrook going to run it down. They flatten it out on a 1-4. Reeves off the screen. Kicks it out to Gabriel. Tipped out of bounds with 2.9 on the shot clock for the Lakers. They got to work quickly here. Who's your option, Mark?
I'm going with the guy that's top 10 scorer of all time, and Carmelo Anthony. Get him the basketball and get out of his way.
Gabriel? Not quite. Maxey chasing down the loose ball. That's going to be the end of the first half of play. Joel Embiid nursing that.
Like and subscribe.
And 7 rebounds.
I can't do that with a good back.
Yeah, I think he's all right. Philadelphia outscoring Los Angeles 34-22 in that second quarter. And Tyrese Maxey imbued with confidence. 11 points and 4 dimes. 76ers trying to keep pace with Boston and the rest of the leaders in that Eastern Conference race. The Lakers without LeBron in tough tonight. Stay tuned for the Toyota halftime. Cassidy and Matt Barnes in the studio coming right up after these messages. The NBA on